You get a second opinion on a medical diagnosis or a major home repair. So, how do you get a second opinion on your estate plan? Here's the problem: you really can't. Before we go any further, I want to give you an actionable step you can take forward and not simply a nugget of information. The link is below for my free 6-day organizational challenge where you can take a easy right step forward. The link is below and I'll see you there. Now let's get back to it. Hi, I'm Jen. I've been a probate attorney for close to 20 years, and there are lots of estate plans that work exactly how they're supposed to, and there are far too many that don't. So, what do? You pay for an estate plan and then you want to know that it's going to work. So, you think, all right, well, let's get a second opinion. I'm going to bring this to another attorney and they're going to take a look at what the first one did. Did I miss anything? Is there anything more I should do? And they spend some time because they have to get to know you. They have to understand who your family is, what your assets are, and then apply the law of where you guys are at to all of that. And then they read the documents. And more often than not, the response is, well, the documents are valid and you're probably okay. And they give you a bill for about $1,000. So you just paid $1,000 to hear you're probably okay. And here's the thing. Here's what his review is never going to tell them: whether your plan is actually going to work, whether your trust is actually funded, whether your beneficiary designations align, whether or not you're going to have a probate. Because attorneys check to see if your documents are valid, they won't be able to confirm if it's actually going to work. It's not so much that you need a second opinion. You need to understand that your plan works, how to implement it, what the system does, what that plan is trying to do, and importantly, what you need to do outside of that attorney's office to make this thing work. And that takes understanding what all of those things are. And that's what I talk about and why I go online in these kind of videos and in my online courses. One of my recent students said something that really stuck with me. He said, I think of the workshop as a second opinion. After speaking with my advisors, it helped bring everything together so I could be sure I didn't go astray. And after taking my workshop, Your Organized Afterlife workshop, he could check to see if his trust was funded. He could verify the beneficiary designations. He could confirm nothing was missing. He became his own second opinion, not because he became an attorney overnight, but because he finally understood how the system works, what that plan is trying to do, and what he needed to do to make that happen. That's the difference. $1,000 review tells you if the documents are valid. You understanding how this works ensures that your plan will work too. So you don't really need an attorney to tell you you're probably okay. You need to understand the system well enough to know for yourself. Let's start in a very easy place: gathering information. In fact, it's the first thing I do with my workshop students. And in this free 6-day challenge, I'll meet you each day in your email inbox with a simple category of information to gather. And we move on to the next. When we're done with those 6 days, then I'm going to let you in on some of the common misconceptions that lead people astray. The link is below. Super easy to start the right way, and I'll see you there.